Hello everyone, yes, that is right. Oi, it's your boy from across the pond, UK's finest. Ricky J bringing the hottest takes, full predictions and straight up banter. Welcome to where the belly never stops ringing. Welcome to the People's Wrestling Podcast, and hello to those watching over at the Hardcore Sports Network. I'm new here, so first of all, I would like to big massive thank you. Let me first of all do this, guys. But rather, but a massive thank you to Scripps for recommending me, and an even bigger thank you for Mitch and Austin for bringing me on board. But yes, I'm from the UK, from England, from Manchester, England, and I will be doing this on here along with my NXT, SmackDown, Saturday Night main event, and TNA watch-alongs. I'll be here, and you'll get used to me. Any questions, feel free to ask. I've been watching wrestling a long time, 26 years in total. My all-time favorite is The Rock, current favorite Roman Reigns. This podcast is a nice, chilled podcast. I'm actually looking for a co-host. When you guys out there want to take that place or be my new co-host, let me know. But yeah, I mean, nice and chill. A nice chat about movies, what movies I've been watching, and yeah, nice, chill. I'm gonna be kind of fairly quickly done here. You'll see me later on tonight with my SmackDown watch along. But let's kick off right now. And hello to all those all over the Hardcore Sports Network watching. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good morning or morning for you guys. But give me 1 second here. Let me fix this. There we are. So let me kick this off with, of course, the first segment here, guys, and it is what's cooking at the table. This is just a chat what I've been up to. You guys are getting new comments. I mean, what you guys have been up to, what plans you've got coming up for the weekend, what plans have you got coming up for next week. But I've been up to the kind of the usual same, heading to the gym, going to my walking group, going to my games club, going to my craft class. I did make colouring another picture this week, and there it is. So that's what I've been up to this week. Guys, get yourself in the comments, get yourself sound off, get yourself known, drop those likes, get those subscribing numbers up. Do head over, if you're watching this over on the Hardcore Sports Network, head over. If you're watching this on the Hardcore Sports Network, head over to the People's Wrestling channel. All the likes, all the subscribers are appreciated. But guys, let me know what you've been up to. That's what I've been up to. Let's roll into segment number 2 here, which is something that the Hollywood megastars are talking about. The glitz, the glamour can only be movie talk. I might actually just have to change the colour scheme here. I'm just not 100% happy with that. Give me, if I can, 1 second to do that. If not, it really doesn't matter, I guess, but 1 second. 1 second here. Sorry about this. My apologies. I guess that will have to do, guys. But yes, movie talk. What movies have I been watching since last week? Well, it is only one, and that one movie is this right here, The Strangers Chapter 3. Decent movie. And hello to those watching over the Hardcore Sports Network. Good morning to you. I am UK's finest Ricky J. This is the People's Wrestling Podcast. And a big good morning to you if you're over there watching on the Hardcore Sports Network. But yes, this is the latest movie I've been watching. The Strangers Chapter 3. Decent movie. I'm going to give it a rating of B. Guys out there, you let me know what movies you have been watching, what movies have you got coming up, what is on your watch list, what is on your plan for what movies to watch. But we're going to take a very quick, and I know I've only been on 6 minutes. We're going to take a little tiny ad break here. Because summer's coming in and I have shirts to buy, and these are them. But that is right, guys. Protein Tees, Goldman's one. Then again, Protein Tees, Goldman's one. And get yourself in the comments. Sound off. Hello to you over there, the Hardcore Sports Network. And a good morning to you guys. So, yeah, Protein Tees, Goldman's one. Now, we normally do be doing, guys, news and headlines. There isn't any. I will be doing, let me once again put that on screen. Sorry about this. Give me 1 second. There we are. I will be doing this week in wrestling history. There's kind of nothing really, no notable dates or of anything. So I'm going to go rolling right into a bit of a celebration mode here that we have on the People's Wrestling Podcast. And that is, of course, wrestlers' birthdays. So what birthdays or would have been, and what would have been the birthday of Lou Thez, the Blue Demon Jr., and it is the birthday of Yuji Nagata. So a big happy birthday to all three of those. What would have been, like I said, Lou Thez's birthday and Blue Demon Jr.'s. Hello to those over the Hardcore Sports Network. If you're just coming on and joining me, I am Ricky J. This is the People's Wrestling Podcast. I am from England, Manchester, England, to be more precise. And I'm brand new here on the Hardcore Sports Network. If you want a lot more of me, and I will be live tonight for Friday Night SmackDown. But I'm actually almost done here, guys. Truncated episode. I'm not one of these podcasts that will speak for hours and hours and hours, because unless there's somebody to speak for hours and hours on. But we're just going to roll right into the final segment here, but not until I've got coming in, guys. Give me 1 second. On my end, my screen has shrank. On mine is about to go out and back in, so just bear with. I know I'm new here, but my apologies here. I will be back in seconds. Just bear with. Hold right there. So it's not allowing me to pull up the comment because the screen on my end just shrank. So bear with. what? Give me 1 more second. It is still playing up. Just 1 more second. I know again, I'm new here, but bear with. And there we are. That is better. So my apologies there, guys. There's a technical issue. So I can now actually read these comments. And it's Hambo coming through. Hi, buddy. It's Austin. Hello to Austin. And once again, I thanked you before. Thank you again. Thank you for bringing me on board. Glad to have you on the network. Looking forward to your SmackDown watch along tonight. And highly appreciated for the comments. And Austin, please do go over to my channel. I'm doing this on my channel as well. The People's Wrestling channel. But like I said, I'm almost done here. My apologies for that technical issue. Sometimes it just happens. But let me play another ad here. I'm going to get some wrestling chatter. So guys, get your thoughts in. I know we're almost a week removed from Wrestlemania. But guys, get your comments in. I know it was a better night, but what did you guys think was a better night? What was your favorite match? All of that. But let me play this ad first. 1 second. That is right. Like, just what we'll hear, like, share, subscribe, and come over to the People's Wrestling channel. Hop over and like, share, subscribe. But get your comments in, guys. I'm going to give you a minute or so just as I pull up. So I want to make sure I get the WrestleMania match order correct here. So it is the final segment of the People's Wrestling Podcast. Said, quite a short episode. I'm going to end it with Wrestling Roundup. So I'm going to start with AEW. I don't watch Dynamite. I will check the results. If something interesting or something newsworthy to talk about, I will talk about it here. This week's episode, really nothing to discuss. So let's get into last week's Friday Night SmackDown. And I rate my show for those. Hello on the Hardcore Sports Network. I rate shows with a thumb up, thumb down, sideways thumb. So that's how I'm rating shows. And I don't really take long to review these shows because they aren't really that good to begin with, or there isn't that much to discuss. So last week's SmackDown saw I'm actually lost my notes here, guys. Give me 1 second. Might have to forget about last week's again. I thought I'd gotten the notes. That's from last week's SmackDown 2 weeks ago. So may have to just for now forget about the SmackDown before Wrestlemania. Well, I know these certain points you had. Royce Keys winning the Battle Royal. That's cool. Tiffany Stratton over Julia. Of course, how could we forget that's why I don't remember. I type them and I print out the results, but I haven't had a chance to do so. So that's why I can't completely remember last week's Friday Night SmackDown results, because I haven't got them. So we'll have to just double check here if I can. But guys, get your comments in about last week's Friday Night SmackDown. Did you enjoy it? What did you think of the CM Punk Cody promo? Me 1 second here again. I know this is not what you probably want to see. You're not very prepared. In 1 second. So you did have Randy Orton kicking off the night. Obviously, that hyped up Randy's match against Cody at WrestleMania. And you had, again, I'm trying to get the results up here. My apologies for this. Should have been a lot more prepared than I am. In 1 second, almost got them. In 1 second, almost got them. So the first match was, of course, a street fight match. MFT scoring the win against Wyatt 6. I'm going to get to my thoughts on that in a second. In 1 second, almost here, almost done. You then had Jacob Fatu come out, stand in a police car and cut a promo. So hopefully this is the feud between MFTs and Wyatt 6 done. Why this match couldn't have just been placed on WrestleMania, I don't know, but there you are. The Jacob Fatu obviously hyped up the Jacob Drew feud. You had the New Day, Grayson Waller and Kofi Kingston come short against Damian Priest and R-Truth. The tag team titles on the line. It was then Jake Ogle came out, called out Rhea Ripley. So fair enough on that relay. And I'm going to say the third thing that happened, and then give my thoughts on all three. And this is how it happens here. This is how I do things. Like I said, Tiffany Stratton over Jordan Grace. So Damian Priest and R-Truth retaining. Okay, really not much to be said there. So the Jay Cargill, Rhea Ripley stuff built up that. And what a downfall for Tiffany. She got a win, but what a downfall for Tiffany Stratton. You then had, of course, Sami Zayn and Trick Williams on the stick after that. Me 1 second here, 1 second. 1 second. It was then women's tag team action ended in DQ. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss taking on Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I think Bayley and Lyra won by DQ. And then, like I said, it was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal won by Royce Keys. We then ended the night with Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. So, of course, the Trick Williams, Sami Zayn stuff hyped up that. Like I said, at least Tiffany got the win. I don't think she looked happy at all about it. Sorry, no, women's tag team action. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. My apologies. But probably the right call there, but he didn't want to win her really that close to Mania. Getting a DQ finish, probably the right way to go. Royce Keys winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Great for him. Hopefully, this is a push for him. And the Cody Rhodes CM Punk stuff was just, well, wasn't the way to finish SmackDown. Pretty there, and I'm going to give SmackDown a almost thumbs down. It just wasn't a great SmackDown at all, in my opinion. Guys, hello over the Hardcore Sports Network and see the numbers going up. Remember to drop a like, share, subscribe, all of that. I am new here. I am Ricky J over the People's Wrestling Podcast here in the UK. Just currently just going through wrestling since over this past week. So, of course, we're then going to WrestleMania Night 1. They did kick off with the LA Night here, and the Usos defeating and beating Speed and the Vision. I will get to my thoughts on that one in a second. But guys, give me your thoughts in. How did you think that Speed did? Do you see it being Speed, Logan Paul at SummerSlam? Give me 1 second. The next match, of course, was Jericho Fatu stealing a victory against Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. And Mitch, hello to you, saying, yo, what's good, dude? And I thanked you at the beginning, and I thank you here. A big, massive thank you for bringing me on board here. And Mitch, I'm just going through WrestleMania Night 1. What did you think of the matches I'm going through? So I just went through Drew McIntyre, Jericho Fatu, and the six-man match. So my thoughts on both of those. LA Knight, I think police should. I get the feud is Speed, Logan Paul going forward, but I think LA Knight should have pinned Speed. That would have been your headline right there. But at least LA Knight got a WrestleMania win. Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre was okay. Really didn't feel unsanctioned. Felt like he was a bit late. Kind of, they weren't going at full force. Felt like he was kind of lacking something. They were holding back a little bit. But this was a decent match, although it does look like Jacob Fatu's moving on, and I don't know where this leaves Drew McIntyre. I know Drew McIntyre is going to make a movie or something, so maybe that's where he's now written off TV, perhaps. It was then the fatal four-way match featuring Lash Legend and Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss and Bayley, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, and Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, and you thought it was going to be the Bella Twins, but it was the returning Paige, the great Z Paige back, and you got your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in Paige and Brie Bella. Your next match, more championship action, saw AJ Lee claim back the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So my thoughts on both of these, I presume it was meant to be the Bellas winning, but and hello to all, before I go any further, hello to those on the Hardcore Sports Network coming in. I see a few numbers racking up. Get your comments in, hit that like, share, subscribe, do all those cool things. And you could also head over to my channel right now, the People's Wrestling channel, and get your comments in, get your likes, get your shares, all of that over there as well. But I presume this should have been the Bella Twins taking the victory here. Of course, Nikki Bella's injured. Paige had to come in. Great to see her back. But again, this match is going to be a lot better than what it was. The only highlight here was Paige returning. AJ Lee losing and Becky Lynch winning the title back. Okay. Now, I don't know what the situation is in real life with AJ Lee. Is AJ Lee leaving? For those that saw a promo or felt like real life comments on the post show after WrestleMania Night 1, it looks like she could be done and maybe even done forever. So perhaps that's why they took the title off her. But okay, I guess. Again, it's another WrestleMania win for Becky Lynch, I suppose. Next up, it was Gunter battling Seth Rollins and Liv Morgan, going after the women's not the Intercontinental title, the women's World Heavyweight title. Gunther making sure Seth Rollins came up short. This was the right call here. If plans are true, and of course if the plans are true of who's Gunther's got. And another coming from Mitch. It was weird that Becky Lynch is a 3-time women's Intercontinental champion already. Yeah, she doesn't feel like she's a 3-time champion at all. I can't remember who she faced in either really the first feud or the second feud with the first run or second run with the title. And I can see the numbers rocking up here. So hello to all of those at the Hardcore Sports Network. I am Ricky J from the UK. This is the People's Wrestling Podcast. I was running through WrestleMania Night 1. You will be seeing more of me tonight for my SmackDown watch along, and then NXT, Saturday Night's main event, TNA, etc., etc. But Gunther beating Seth Rollins, if plans are true, who Gunther's going after next, this makes sense that he won here. And because you have the return of Braun Breaker in this, it looks like Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, probably at Backlash. Could even save that until Clash in Italy. We'll have to wait and see. And Liv Morgan, your new Women's World Heavyweight Champion. I probably would have given Stephanie the win. Now, WWE probably thinking, this would be good for Liv. This helps her new song. But I would have given Stephanie the win. I think Stephanie had a horrible title run. And this match was, just around 8 minutes? Ugh. And then we get into the main event of Night 1. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Horrible main event. Now, if Randy Orton is really injured, what else could he have done? Randy Orton gave it his all as well. He's a professional. That's what Randy Orton does. Like I said, a horrible, horrible main event. The title shot on the punt afterwards made no sense. I'm presuming Orton's going to be off for a while. It looks like they're going with Punk, Cody next, so the punt made just no sense at all. But, yeah, Cody Rhodes is still your WWE Undisputed Champion. And once again, hello to all of those over on the Hardcore Sports Network. I am Ricky J on the over on the People's Wrestling channel doing the People's Wrestling Podcast. But we went right into and Mick, continue, if you're watching, continue to get those comments in, always appreciated. But kicking off night 2 saw the ruler over Femi put down the beast Brock Lesnar, and maybe even put down Brock Lesnar for good, as Brock Lesnar may even have retired. Now, this only went over 4 minutes, and I've seen a couple of people saying it could have gone longer. I think it was what it was, and that's all it needed to be. Over putting away Brock in 4 minutes. Great. We then went into the 6-pack ladder match featuring Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. Ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, really, really good match. They all had time to do what they needed to do. I think the right person won. The only other person that could have won is Javon, but I think Penta winning was the right call. Yeah. So yeah, that's my thoughts on both of those first matches. Over winning, massive win. And if Lesnar has indeed 100% retired, that makes it even bigger. And Penta winning, keeping the title on himself, great. That's the right call. I think WWE want to make Penta a big name. This is the way to do it. Trick Williams is your new Men's United States Champion. Obviously taking the title from Sami Zayn. This is no shocker here. Trick Williams is a future. Good win for Trick here. And then I'll give more thoughts on that in just one more in a second. Then the fourth match was the Demon Finn Balor putting down Dominic Mysterio. And hello to all of those. If you're watching on the Hardcore Sports Network, I'm Ricky J, here from the UK. UK's finest to be exact. And this is the People's Wrestling Podcast. But you'll see more of me tonight. For those that didn't catch this, you'll see more of me tonight with my Friday Night SmackDown watch along. And it's hello, and it's Nick from the Forbidden Podcast, if I can get that right. Hello, hi Ricky, what's up, man? Welcome to Hardcore Sports. It's really great to have you on board. Oba Femi is the man. And I did, and hello Nick, I did watch your podcast with Adam, if I can get the name right, Adam Cole, yesterday. Great podcast. You have some great insights. But yes, thank you for the comments, Nick. Highly appreciated. And Demon Finn Balor putting away Dominic Mysterio. So yeah, like I said, let me go back to the match previously to this. So Trick Williams taking the title, said he is a future. Really not much else to be said there. Now, what do they do with Sami Zayn? Typical WWE, I can see them when Cody's cleared. Sami's the next to turn on Cody. But I could also see Sami winning Money in the Bank. I said this on Nick's podcast yesterday in the comments. Sami wins Money in the Bank and then cashes in at WrestleMania, and that's when he gets his title shot in Saudi. People of Saudi love Sami Zayn. So I can fully see that happening. I can fully see Sami Zayn being the champion at WrestleMania. Do I want it? No. Can I see it? Yes. And then Finn Balor looked really, really good. That makeup, and great to see the Demon back. I said that makeup looked on point. And this match was better than the unsanctioned. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that. It was better. And then we had Rhea Ripley, your new WWE Women's Champion, and of course the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the OTC. You acknowledge him. Roman Reigns is your new World Heavyweight Champion. So Rhea, I would have given the title kept the title on Jade. You paired B-Fab and Mitchum with Jade for what reason? That lasted a whole 2-3 weeks. I think Jade had a horrible title run. 2 defenses and she loses in the second one. So I would have really kept the title, and again, I was probably moving Rhea over to SmackDown and want to separate Rhea and Io, but I would have really kept the title on Rhea Ripley. So put it on Jay Cargill, not Rhea Ripley at all, on Jay Cargill. So yeah, that's my take on that, and of course, the classic. Your head of the table, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, put on. And another coming from Nick. No worries, man. Definitely got the names right. All regarding Forbidden Podcast from yesterday. Killer episode. After SmackDown after WrestleMania should be interesting. JC Jane and Rey Mysterio might be SmackDown bound. There are rumors regarding Rey Mysterio retiring next month, the end of next month at Clash in Italy. I would have Gunther retire him, and I think that puts the heat right back onto Gunther. Or is it Dominic Mysterio that retires Rey? That is something that is the kind of something I saw on Facebook. WWE themselves haven't made it official. That is something I saw on Facebook as they actually meant to be retiring. And with JC Jane, I would probably call up all of Fatal Influence. I think, why not? I think Fallon Henley's ready for the main roster. But getting right back to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, new World Heavyweight Champion. Like I said, a classic match. I think Reigns needed to win the title back. It's been 2 years since he's been champion. Great entrances. This was a really, really, really good match, I thought. Saved the weekend. The ladder match. I enjoyed all the match for what it was. So, and then the Page return. The other highlights of WrestleMania for me was Page return over Brock, ladder match, and of course Roman Reigns, CM Punk. And I'm going to award the whole of WrestleMania just as a whole thing. I will say a thumbs up just as a whole thing. Getting into Monday Night Raw. And we have got brand new graphics for Raw. So guys, get your comment and see what you think about the new graphics. They do look better. But we kicked off the night with Obafemi, not saying very much, just saying he has arrived. Drops a mic, gets out of there. We then kicked off the in-ring stuff with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky over the Kabuki Warriors. Whoopie-doo. We then had CM Punk. Okay, I'll get to the first three. Well, the first two there. Obafemi, promo, cool. Apparently, they're taking him off TV because there's no one on the level of Brock Lesnar. If so, I think that's a smart move. Keep him away for a little while. He comes back maybe around about June to being the King of the Ring, or whenever they start the King of the Ring matches, or whatever they're calling it now. I think it is King of the Ring still, isn't it? I think. And Rhea Ripley and Io Sky over the Kabuki Warriors, don't care. We then went to the greatest segment. And I got another coming from Nick. Always preferred Roman Reigns' Head of the Table song over his OTC song, in my opinion. Over Reigns, sign me up. Yes, but I think it's, where do they put that title on? When they could do it. Okay, of course, rumors are Rock Reigns at WrestleMania next year. Does that happen? Who knows? And another one from Nick, that Io Sky dive was really scary too. Yes, correct. Yes. For those that watch the Stevie Richards YouTube channel, if not, I urge you to go over and watch his channel. He has some great insights about stuff, and he brought down that dive. Excuse me. But so getting back to over Reigns. Well, rumors are Rock Reigns at next year. Does that happen? Who knows? I probably would have had The Rock come out probably on Raw. And I said in your chat, Nick, I expected The Rock on Raw. I think this is where you needed we did have. I'll get to who we did have in a second, but I would say if Rock can't commit for WrestleMania, then do Roman versus over at WrestleMania. Yeah. Build over up. Although I think I would have him win the. Well, I said this in your chat. Perhaps if he's not Sami Zayn winning the Rumble and it's WWE and it's Saudi and all of that, I can see Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn is champion at WrestleMania in some form, whether that's winning Money in the Bank or the Rumble. But yeah, you could have Orba win the Rumble, Orba Reigns at Mania if you can't get the Rock Reigns. But you're not forgetting, you're forgetting something, Nick, that he came to the greatest ever segment that ever lived, ever on a WWE TV show, the Cody Rhodes CM Punk Love Fest. A complete waste of my time, a complete waste of TV time, when you have Paige, who's just returned, and Trick Williams sat in the crowd, who've been thrown into a random match, but instead you had CM Punk and Cody Rhodes seeing how great each other was and just wasting my time. Then I Liv Morgan coming out, Sol Ruka interrupted, and this is then Adam Pearce made a match. This is Sol Ruka's official, and John Z YJ, Jesus Christ, John Z Y6J, hello mate, hello to you. And John Z and for everybody else coming in right now, I am Ricky J from the UK's finest. This is a People's Wrestling podcast. I know you'll be seeing more of me with my Friday Night SmackDown Tonight watch along and more. Give me 1 second. There we go. If we get Cody and Punk at WrestleMania or SummerSlam, I'd love Cody to turn heel. Yes. He did show heel tendencies. And I've just pressed something here. Give me 1 second. There we go. He did show heel tendencies in the match against Orton. Hopefully Cody will be more interesting as heel, but I wouldn't be too sure. People love Cody, and I just the only good thing Cody's got is his music. His team music is good, but his promos are awful. He's had one good when we roll around to SummerSlam again. He's had one good match, and that was against Cena last year. He's just blech. But so Adam Pearce came out, match was made. This is Sol Ruka's official debut, but she did come up short against Liv Morgan. You then had the Vision come on out, and Seth Rollins attacked. So again, I presume this is built. And so no, I forgot. We have the Street Profits return. So the Street Profits are back on TV. Cool. I presume the Street Profits takes on the Vision at Backlash, or even maybe Clash in Italy, or Saturday Night's Main Event, or one of the other 10,000 shows WB has next month. Finn Balor scored a win against JD McDonough. And to end Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns came on out. Then Jacob Fatu did. Was that they're going to be having a match at Backlash. So the Liv Morgan Sol Ruka stuff was just a lead to a match. And yeah, cool to see Sol Ruka on the main roster. The Vision Seth Rollins, the Vision and Seth Rollins stuff. I presume that they're going to have a match at Backlash. Finn Balor over JD McDonough, I don't care. And the Roman Reigns Jacob Fatu stuff was good. Like I said, I was expecting The Rock, and if we are getting Rock Reigns at Mania, I think this is where you start it, really. But, and I know that Nick enjoyed Raw, I really didn't, and I'm going to give it, unfortunately, an almost thumbs down. For a Raw after WrestleMania, eesh. Getting into NXT, Miles Bourne is still your men's North American champion after dispatching Dion Lennox. Keanu Carver sent packing Joe Henry. Lexus King in a speed match is your new speed champion. And Tatum packs in a casket match, stuffed Blake Monroe in said casket. So let's go through all of that. Miles Bourne retaining against Dion Lennox. Cool. Keanu Carver is a monster, and I said this for those who watch Evolve. Keanu Carver is one to watch, and I was correct. And And again, Joe Henry looks like he'd been called up. Lexus King on his speed champion with by time. Birthright got some gold. Tiz and Paxley winning a casket match. A casket match really fits, sir. And this was a good match. Lord of Vice came out. Then Izzy Dame did. Izzy Dame attacks. And then in a last woman standing match, looks like Sol Ruka has been sent packing from NXT as Zarya was last woman standing. So the Liv, Lola Vice, Izzy Dame stuff, cool, and good last man standing match, but it looked like a horrible bump back of the head to the connecting with the table for Sol Ruka. But I enjoyed NXT more, and I'm going to give it that an almost thumbs up. So about there. And getting into Evolve quickly, and then I'm done here until tonight's Friday Night SmackDown. But Wendy Jo came out here, cut a promo, then Lady Luck came out, Nikita Lyons did, Sloan Jacob attacks. In tag team action, Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins stood tall against Tate Wilder and Luca Cristofino. In women's action, Kelly Armstrong took the home winner's share of the press against Layla Diggs. And then in your main event, in a bull rope match, Brooks Jensen was your winner in that said bull rope match, making Cappuccino Jones a loser. So that Wendy Cho, Laney Locke, Nikita Lyons, Sloan Jacob stuff, cool. Cam Hendricks and Holly Riggins winning, again, cool. Same thing with Kelly Armstrong. And I said it before, I'll say it again. If it wasn't for Evolve, I think Brooks Jensen would have been released a long time ago. I'm going to give Evolve a half thumbs up. So that is it. I'm done here for now. Thank you to all comments. Thank you to all those that have dropped a like. And I will see you guys tonight for Friday Night SmackDown, right back here. Going to get me for 3 hours. So, yes. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. So do like, share, subscribe. Not just to the Hardcore Sports Network, but to the People Wrestling channel. Like, share, subscribe. And always remember, he's Ricky J, bringing the British bite to the